What's up, Radiant Icons, and welcome back to Dare to Be Iconic, the podcast made for icons daring to be themselves. I'm your host, Amanda Policelli, and today's Tea Time Sesh is all about manifestation and delusion. Manifestation and delusion are honestly the two things that I solely run off of, and are honestly the reason why we have our own business and are doing our podcast. I mean, yes, I attribute it to hard work, but manifestation and delusion are the root of what make Amanda Amanda. And I decided why not spill all the tea about how manifestation and delusion really do run my life in the best possible way. But before we get into that, I dare you guys to connect with me on socials and make sure to grab your copy of Break Up with the Past, Fall in Love with the Future, your 5-step guide on turning your pain into power. And that is all linked in the show notes below. All right, Radiant Icons. So, as I mentioned in our little introduction today, manifestation and delusion are the two topics that we are spilling all the tea about. And let me tell you, I've never been more excited for a tea time sesh because manifestation and delusion, as I mentioned previously, are two of the things that I solely run off of. And that is something that I honestly pride myself in. I have mastered my manifestation techniques. I've mastered the art of delusion, and I can't wait to spill it with you guys. But before I go into that, I do want to say that manifestation and delusion work with a lot of hard work. Okay, it's not just that you manifest these things and you are this delusional and oh my god, they appear. No, you have to work hard for them. It's this beautiful combination of manifestation, delusion, and a lot of hard work. So, are you guys ready for this tea time sesh? Because oh my god, it's gonna be a good one. All right, Radiant Icons, your tea time sesh is starting now. So my friends joke with me all the time. They're like, Amanda, you literally predict the future. Like you say things and they come true. And honestly, if we're going way, way back, little baby Amanda was manifesting Dare to Be Iconic before she even realized what the concept of manifestation was. And I hold that solely to this constant faith and belief in myself and my talent and abilities. And that has never changed. And maybe some can contribute to that, to me being stubborn or hard-headed. But honestly, I label it as determination and a lot of confidence. Little baby Amanda had a lot of confidence in her dreams. And you know what? I am very proud of that because look at where we are, right? And delusion and manifestation have carried me this far in life. And honestly, it's not a bad look. It's really not. I'm honestly enjoying it. It's really exhausting at times. Like I am very, very tired right now recording this. But manifestation and delusion are so important to me that I'm just going to push through the tiredness. So, anyway, as I was saying, little baby Amanda was being delusional and manifesting before she even had a label to this undying belief that she had in herself. And let me tell you, these are three things that I would tell everyone until I was blue in the face. These were honestly the three things that I would introduce myself as. Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm a star. I'm going to win an Oscar and I'm going to build an empire. Two of those three things have come true. We're hoping for the third one to come true at some point eventually. But anyway, I digress. Two out of the three things that I have told people since I was little baby Amanda have come true. Those were the things that I would introduce myself with. Those are like my three fun facts that I would go into any room and I would tell people until I was blue in the face. They were the first things I would introduce myself with. Yep, I know. I don't know if that's a little bit of craziness. I don't know if that's a little bit of this girl has no sense of reality. But honestly, it's not that bad not having a sense of reality because I think delusion is so powerful in itself. So let's start with delusion. Delusion is based in this concept of having this unwavering belief in yourself and faith, knowing that you will get what you want because it's already yours. And I think delusion is honestly something so beautiful, right? Because it allows you to dream so much bigger than you honestly couldn't even imagine. When I was a little girl, my first dream in life was to be an actress and was to win the Oscar. And I remember being so delusional when I was little that I would be in my room pretending that I was being interviewed for the red carpet. I would practice my poses on the red carpet. Like I was so delusional that my wildest dreams would come true. Now look at where we are today. I said I'm a star. I think that is still true. I really do. And well, I'm running my own empire, like I said I was, right? Like I have my own business. It's in a different capacity than what I originally thought. I have my own journal out. I have my own podcast. We have a lot of other exciting events going on. I'm going to the Spanish Grand Prix for work. This so much more than little Amanda could have even dreamed of. Like it has surpassed her wildest dreams, but it's because I allowed myself to be so delusional since I was a little girl, and I never stopped. I always kept being delusional, even when people told me, Amanda, it's such a stupid dream. Why are you dreaming all these things? They're not going to come true. Because honestly, when you are delusional, people are going to hate on you. That is the truth. People will hate. And you know what? You just got to let them hate. Because all that matters is that you believe in yourself and know in your heart that these things that you desired, this wish in your heart, they will come true. And that is the secret to delusion. You have to give no shits on what anyone else thinks about you. You have to have this unwavering confidence and belief in yourself, which goes back to daring to be iconic, daring to be you. Stay true to you on this entire path of getting what you want, because eventually you will get what you want and it's going to be better than you even imagined. All these little wild dreams that were in my heart as a little girl are coming true and more, and this is just the beginning. So I'm not going to stop being delusional just because X, Y, and Z think it's the stupidest thing they've ever heard. Okay, let that be the stupidest thing you've ever heard in your life, but guess what? It's happening. I tell my mom this all the time with everything coming out, right? We have a really cool announcement coming out in July that honestly, little baby Amanda is like dying over, because this was like one of her biggest dreams. And it's actually happening. And I tell my mom this all the time. See, look, I told you I was going to make it happen. See, look, I always said I was going to do X, Y, and Z, because I was so delusional and I believed in myself throughout the entire way, even when other people didn't. I still believed in myself. I still dared to be myself, and I still dared to be iconic. And that is what's so important about delusion and manifesting what you want, is believing in yourself and not giving a shit what anyone else says or thinks about it. Because you know eventually it's going to happen. You don't know how, you don't know when, but it will happen. And honestly, looking back at my life, it all makes sense. Like, it genuinely all makes sense. And holy shit, I really am doing it. I have it right here in my manifestation journal from last year. I have multiple journal entries saying that I will be running my own wellness and lifestyle empire that focuses on being the most iconic version of yourself. And I remember texting my two best friends, Deandra and Bex, texting them at the beginning of last year, hey, I want to start my own business. And I want it to be something about being an icon, being iconic. I don't know the name, I don't know the vision, but that's what I want. And then I let that dream sit for a little while. I let it marinate. While I was at my regular day job, doing my regular day job things, I thought I wanted to be doing the executive producing things and just working that. And oh, I have no time for my own business. I have no time to enact this little dream that I've had in my heart for a while, right? No, well, guess what? I got laid off a couple months after that. And I really had the time to be like, okay, Amanda, this is your time to shine. That little dream that you were marinating in your heart, this is your chance, capitalize on it. So I just did it. I got laid off on August 4th of 2023. I had 2 weeks to freak out and figure out my life, and a lot of emotional calls. And I got my little dream together and I published it on October 10th, 2023. The opportunity landed in my lap at the perfect moment in time. So I was able to come up with a business plan and envision how I wanted Dare to Be Iconic to actually be Dare to Be Iconic. And now in a couple of weeks, I'm going to Spain, the first time out of the country, the first time without my parents. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to a sport that I didn't really become a fan of until literally the time I got laid off for work. And that was a big dream of mine. And now it's happening. Like, what? So honestly, I am living proof that delusion is the solution to making all your dreams come true. Now, enough about delusion. Manifestation is rooted in positive thinking and delusion. And I will say that until I'm blue in the face. There's something so powerful about manifestation, right? Manifestation, I think, gets a bad rap at times. People were like, oh, like manifestation, like it's not real. Like you guys are just imagining all this stuff. Like, you know what? Okay, there's gonna be haters. There's gonna be haters with whatever you do. But honestly, manifestation truly is magic. You have to try out different techniques that work for you, and the ones that work for you are truly magic. But let's go a little bit more into manifestation. Manifestation honestly ties back into trusting yourself and the process. I take manifestation so seriously, and I base it with the idea of intentions, right? So if you guys follow the Dare to Be Iconic blog, you'll know that I take New Year's very seriously, and I hadn't taken it seriously before because honestly, I was like, what the hell, like New Year's isn't anything special, like blah, blah, blah. But I had to change my mindset on it. Once I changed my mindset about it, honestly, at December 2022, going into 2023, once I flipped my entire mindset on what New Year's actually represents, it really allowed me to tap into the delusion that I've had and manifest the shit out of my year. And 2023 was one of the best years of my life. And it's because I stayed true to my intention. And I think intentions and manifestations go hand in hand, along with delusion, obviously. But let's get into it. I like to set words for my years because I realized once I did like New Year's resolutions and all that stuff, I never actually stuck to my word. I never actually did the things that I said I was going to do. And I look at the halfway mark and I'm like, oh, crap. I didn't do anything. And I feel really unmotivated and I get really hard on myself. So I was like, you know what? We're changing our whole life around in a year. Let's try something new. Let's actually have a New Year's routine that is filled with manifestation and a lot of delusion. But anyway, it all started with a word. I picked a word that was my intention for the entire year. This year, trust. Honestly, I've never been happier that I picked the word trust in my life. And I knew I was going to have 2024 be my year of trust all the way back in 2023 because of an influencer that I love, Morgan Willett. She gave me the idea for this. And she said that that year when I had first found her doing all this stuff, her year was trust. And I was like, ooh, I want to save that for 2024, but 2023, I need it to be the year of me. I had 2 months of really shitty times. You know what? Actually, scratch that. All of 2022, I was not Amanda. I was a shell of myself. And then when I got broken up with, I was even more of a shell of myself. I was even more broken, lost, and confused. And I was like, you know what? I really need to change my life. And I know I've spoken about this before on here, but honestly, it was some feeling within myself where I was like, it was an overwhelming feeling, honestly, of like, you need to better yourself for you, not for anyone else. You need to start living your life for you. And I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to begin becoming the best version, most iconic version of myself. I didn't know how to live my most iconic life because I didn't know who I was. So I was like, you know what? What better than to make it the year of me? And oh my God, the year of me was the most beautiful, magical year of my life. And it really instilled this hope and magic in myself that honestly I lost. I gained my sparkle again in the year of me. And I'm so proud to say it's grown even more throughout this year, which is so beautiful to see because it really shows how once you believe in yourself and you go after your dreams and you choose yourself, the opportunities that come flying at you, it's truly amazing. It's really one of the most beautiful lessons that I've learned throughout this whole Dare to Be Iconic journey. But I truly owe it all to manifestation, the beginning of it. And here's why. If I didn't go back to my intention of me when I was starting my New Year's ritual, and we'll get into it, I wouldn't have the life that I have now. If I didn't have that year of growth that all went back to this 2-letter word, me, I would not be where I am today, which in turn goes into manifestation and trust. I had to trust in myself. I had to trust in my decisions. I have to trust my intention, which loops into the manifestation and the energy that I put into my intention and to my trust in myself. The technique that I owe it all to is scripting. Scripting is one of my favorite techniques, and it is honestly what started this whole beautiful New Year's ritual that I love so much, that I believe in, that I've carried throughout the months. But scripting is writing a diary entry from yourself as if you already have the thing you are desiring. And you make sure to write it in past tense as if it's already your reality. And this has been the manifestation trick for me when I want to manifest something in particular, or I want to marinate on the dreams that are in my heart, because I know my dreams and my wishes and my desires are placed in my heart for a reason. But sometimes we have to help them out a little bit. And not only do I contribute, helping them out to hard work, but also manifestation. And scripting has been vital in that process. So when I set my intentions for the new year, the first thing I do is I pick out a word, and then I write, or I script what I want my year to look like. So I'll write a letter to my end of year self and basically envision the year that I want for myself. And I'd be very, very, very specific. Being specific is key in manifestation, okay? The more specific, the better. I promise you. If you have a certain thing that you want to come true, not only do you have to work hard for it and you have to be a little bit delusional, but you have to manifest it. And I think scripting is a beautiful technique where it really allows you to write out all of your deepest, darkest desires and wishes. And you really are able to envision it for yourself while you're writing it out. So for me, I write a letter to my end of year self on how the whole year has gone. And so when I open at the end of the year, December 31st of that year, I'll be able to read everything that I envisioned for myself. And honestly, last year, I checked off everything and more. So it really, really does work because it allows you to envision your reality. And you have so many opportunities in a new year. So why not capitalize it? Why not use it to your advantage? So by going into the new year, or honestly, any period where you have the opportunity to start anew, or if you just want to start anew, do it. Script out your reality. The beautiful thing about life is that we're given so many opportunities to start again. Whether it's you get laid off, whether it's the beginning of a new year, whether it's a breakup, and that could be a breakup romantically or friendship wise, because those allow you also to have a new start. Anything like that that allows you to have a new opportunity to change your life, you have to capitalize on it. And manifestation is the key to that. Hard work is the key to that. And so is being delusional. So all those three things mixed together will allow you to create the reality that you want for yourself. It goes back to your intention. It goes back to your why. And your why, as we all know, Radiant Icons, I love going back to your why. Whether it's starting a 30-day challenge, whether it's starting a new journey for yourself, going back to your why and really going, okay, what are my intentions with this journey that I'm about to go on? It's so important to keep in mind when you are envisioning the reality that you want for yourself, that you always stay true to your intention. Because if you don't stay true to your intention, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, things will not work out. You have to stay not only true to yourself, but true to your intention, because that good energy that you're bringing into it, right, specifically with scripting, the better outcome that will come from it. Now, another technique that I love to use when it comes to manifestation is the pillow method. And I'm a big, big fan of this. You will find random pieces of paper in my pillow, but that's basically where you write out your desires, your dreams, your wishes. You tear the piece of paper, and guess what? You put it in your pillow and you sleep on it. And you sleep on that manifestation, on that little piece of paper in your pillow, until it comes true. So I have a lot of these in my pillow right here behind me, but I just think there's something so beautiful about truly sleeping on your dreams. And I think of it like this, right? When you write it out, I think there's so much power in writing things out. It really allows you to clear out your thoughts. It allows you to dream big. There's some secrecy behind it. There's also this rawness to it. It's intimate. You are truly sleeping on your manifestations in the best possible way, because you're allowing those words to permeate into your brain and allow you to physically dream of this reality that you've written out for yourself. Manifestations and delusions are something that are so sacred. There's something so beautiful because they're our biggest and wildest dreams. It's a beautiful mix of writing out your dreams, believing in yourself, saying them out loud, which in turn makes it your reality. It's kind of a beautiful thing when you think of it. Like manifestation and delusion really allow you to dream so much bigger than you could have even imagined. And it really allows you to enact on the dreams that you have set in your heart. Those dreams, those wishes, those desires are in your heart for a reason. They are there for a purpose. So why not enact on them? Why not make them come true? And why not help speed up the process with obviously hard work, but with a little bit of manifestation and delusion? And I think it's something so freeing when you allow yourself to dream bigger than you could even imagine. And you have this undying and unwavering faith in yourself. And I think that all goes back to daring to be yourself and daring to be iconic because you are proud of who you are and you are just going after it and you're not giving a shit what anyone else has to say. You're just going for it. And I think there's something so beautiful about that. And I think we need to invest in that more. I really, really do. Because you know what? I'm living proof of it. If there is anyone to tell you that this shit works, this girl right here. Because iconic girls just run off of manifestation and delusion, and that's it, point blank and period. So radiant icons, make sure to manifest and be delusional as shit. All right, Radiant Icons, that is your tea time sesh for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, to leave a review, to leave a rating, to leave a comment, share it on social, share it with your friends, honestly, everything and anything you want to do. Make sure you do it, and if you share it, make sure to tag me. All right, so we're talking about next week. Next week, we are spilling all the tea on our pre-Spain thoughts. Yes, that is right. The Spain trip is sooner than we thought. And it is so nerve-wracking and it is so exciting at the same time. I didn't know I could have all these emotions before going to a trip. Like, oh my God, you guys, like it's a roller coaster over here. I'm stressed, I'm anxious, I'm excited. I'm literally a wreck. I am literally a wreck. But you know what? We love a good before and after. So that's what I'm going to give to you guys. I'm going to give you my before Spain thoughts next week. And then when I come back from Spain, you already know there is a tea time sesh dedicated to my entire Spain trip. But if you want to see everything happen in real time while I'm in Spain, make sure to follow me on social so you can see Amanda lose her mind and meet Lando Norris. We are manifesting that out loud. All right, Radiant Icons, I will see you guys next week. Remember, dare to be iconic. Bye.